Welcome back to Ottawa as the pre-tournament continues. It's Canada against Sweden on this Saturday night at TD Place, the second of 3 pre-tournament games for the Canadians, who will wrap it up against the Czechs. Swedes is 18-year-old Melker Thelin returns from last year. He played 2 games with the Swedes last year. Plays for Björklöven in Sweden's Allsvenskan, their second league. And Jack Aidan gets the start for Canada, the 17-year-old from Mississauga. Eligible for the upcoming draft, plays for Brampton in the Ontario Hockey League, his second year there. Magnus Haviland, in his 3rd year as the head coach of the Swedish national junior team, got them to the gold. 8 players back from that team, and Dave Cameron coached Canada to a gold medal in 2022 in Edmonton. This is his home building. He's the head coach of the Ottawa 67s of the Ontario Hockey League. Always a great battle when these two teams play. Sweden won 2-0 last. Back down low and picked up by Sam Dickinson, the London Knights defenseman. Off the handle for a moment, a quick chance in front for Dennis Alto. Long shot by Vollet. Oh, back of it. 2 good saves there. By Sweden's Isaac Hedqvist. Great pace here in the early moments.
Turn a puck over, Altorn all alone in front. Good blocker save at the top of his crease, wide open. And then on a tip and rebound sequence, you see Ivan Kovac, who's a bit smaller, with the quick feet. And one more look at the collision.
Got hurt in a collision with Canada's Dana Terrell. That shot ripped wide by Jagger. Cowan back on it. Cowan flips it back across. Gibson moves it and shoots. And a good save by Thelin. Thrown back in. And Cowan steps up. Cowan centers it. A quick shot there by Cal. Ritchie is stopped. Drop back McKenna. Sweet pass ahead to Cat. Shoots. Thelin saves. Rebound. And a great chance there for McKenna. Side a minute to go on the power play. Nadeau drops that back for Ritchie. A chance there for Schaefer jumping up. Kicked up by Thelin. Cowan plays. Luca Pinelli back after it. And for McKenna, centering pass and a quick chance there for Catton. Well, Sweden's last 5 tournaments, the gold medal game lost last year, 4th in Halifax and 2 bronze medals. They last won the gold medal in 2012.
Barely lose.
Cowan to Ritchie, sends it back in front. Nadeau turned away by Thelin, who's able to squeeze the rebound, but what a quick look off the faceoff.
We have seen Canada working on their face-off plays. They have code names, they have calls that they make, and they almost get a good chance here. Just a simple roll over top. Cowan into Ritchie, over to Nadeau, and a good save by Thelin. That's good passing and tight. Trying to find 5-hole, almost just sitting under the right pad.
To the Swedish zone. Wallinder lost the puck, a chance for McKenna in front. That was knocked away. Knocked down at the line by Hedqvist. Hedqvist backhands that towards the goal. Crisscrossing with Cowan. The drop pass for Cowan. Through the middle for Bonk. Oliver Bonk winds in. Bonk a backhand shot. Trickles just wide. Went off a skate and just missed.
With it right on his stick. Nice play from Cowan. Back to Bonk. He's got him on the back door. Just to tap it in. Little shove from behind by Hedqvist might have thrown him off a little bit. Hit the pad as well. Carried him around, but Nadeau, who plays in Chicago in the American League, was a little bit late into camp as he was playing.
Unger Sorum. That's parked in front. That shot by Unger Sorum goes wide. Out there along with Gibson, the puck on the high slot. Hard shot taken there by Gibson. In comes Cat. Quickly Cat throws it back in front, and Pinelli just missed on that. Played back in behind the goal. Nilsson brings it back around. Gibson picks it back up and shoots. Tip score! Pinelli! The Ottawa 67's captain tips it home. And Canada has a 1-0 lead. That's a popular goal here.
Pinelli, who was a scratch in the first game, is put on an offensive line with Catton in a rink where he scored a lot of goals. Knows where to go. Right to the front of the net. Outstops his defender in Nilsson, and nice hands for the tip. No chance for Thelin. Gibson slings it in. A little drag the other way. That is nice for the captain of the Ottawa 67s.
Off the face-off, Unger Sorum with it. Throws it towards the goal. Great save by Ivan Kovac on the deflection there by Wilander. Here's Wilander back with it. Fires on goal. Ivan Kovac save. Another chance for Edstrom. That's turned away. Now Lindstein a long shot, bounce back in front, under Sorum scores on the rebound. As time expired, the green light came on. We'll have a look here and see if the clock had hit 0. Now there's no video review.
There's no review, so it's going to count. Sweden ran some nice plays off the face-off sequence, and as time was running out, Lindstein throws it down to the front of the net, gets blocked, gets banged around a little bit. See 3 Canadian defenders trying to find the puck. Sorum quickly backhand, forehand, and here's the clock, which is pretty synced up.
Yep.
Okay. The crowd reacting to the time on the clock, so 3/10 left, and Sweden finds a way late to tie the game.
Felix Unger Sorum, gold medal aspirations for January 5th. Goche, and for the captain, Braden Yager. Centers it, Goche shoots, tipped wide by Baudouin. If they're not in the NHL. I would prefer they stayed in the Swedish league. Now Schaefer tried to feed that down in the dough. Had that taken away by Wilander. For Cowan. Easton Cowan moves across the top, drops that back to Bonk with a shot. It deflected. And
right to work down in the offense zone. Goche finds a soft spot, puts it in front off Baudouin, almost bounces over Tallinn, and then Cowan just on top of the blue line gets it to Bonk, and he drifts one in.
Off the face-off, here's Price, feeds it back across, that's cued wide. Winds in, poke checked away, and a lead pass now for Stenberg moving in, one-on-one with Price. Stenberg has it taken away, Schaefer pokes at it. Now back at the point. Here is Hallqvist with it. Feeds it back in, now back at the point as Bergqvist shoots, scores! Rasmus Bergqvist puts it through, and Sweden grabs a 2-1 lead.
A bit of a broken play up ice. Schaefer had joined the rush. He gets back into Canada's end, and he never quite sorted out as he starts dancing around, and then just a wrister through traffic. Ivan Kovic can't find it. Bergqvist just heads up, leans on it. Easy save if you can see it, but with the layered screen, that's a good pass from Sternberg. Out to the blue line, and Bergqvist straight through to give Sweden their first lead of the game.
Now a steal, chance back in front, and that was thrown there by Ritchie. Another pile up in the crease, and Easton Cowan right in the middle of things. Jack Berglund feeds that back down, sending Pelika in, shoots. Ivan Kovic save, loose puck at the side of the goal, gathered back up by McKenna. Back to Lindstein. Bobbled it for a moment. Feeds that back down, back in front. Traff with a chance, loose puck in front. Ivan Kovic down, the puck still loose. Go on the power play. Nilsson drops that back to Lindstein. Stenberg shoots, and Ivan Kovic comes across and makes the stop. 4 shots for the Swedes on the power play. Fed back in front by Traff. Moves it ahead for Nadeau. Rink wide pass. Cowan shoots. Tallinn got a piece of that. How? Slides it ahead for Catton. Berkeley Catton gets a step, moves in, shoots. That was ticked away. And moved back down. Theo Lindstein, a first-round pick of St. Louis. Moves it back ahead. Here's Unger Sorum. Centers it. Wilander backhand shot. Knocked away by Ivan Kovic.
Go.
Now, lead pass. He finds Cataford with Rakoff jumping in. The centering pass goes off the stick of Wilander. And now Dick off the face-off. Here's McKenna after it. Out there with Pinelli. And McKenna, a sharp angle shot. Tallinn makes the stop on the newly 17-year-old Gavin McKenna, who celebrated his birthday yesterday.
Forget just how young some of these players are, McKenna being the youngest of the bunch for Canada. But he is, you can't really contain him. Once he has the puck on his stick and he squares you up, you can't stop him from getting where he wants to go.
Brought in by Catton. Throws it back across for McKenna. Centering pass. Bonk, a great chance, and Tallinn makes a point-blank save. In front of Dickinson, now picked back off. Stenberg winds in, shoots. Ivan Kovic the save, and he quickly corrals the bouncing rebound. Broken up by Nadeau for Cowan. Cowan Slides it ahead, busting it is Ritchie. Great chance there. The save is made by Tallinn. Moves it ahead for Jack Berglund. The drop pass back for Sandin Pellikka. Spins away from Dickinson. Sandin Pellikka shoots. That was blocked in front. Here's Dickinson along with Cowan. Time winding down the period. Cowan works in, sends it back in front. Dickinson got a piece of that and rolls wide. And almost connected there. But time expires here at the end of the second period. Cowan brought down. And Rasmus Berkvist's goal stands as the only one of this second period.
He opened up a little bit there at the end. Sweden goes down one way. Sandin Pellikka has a shot blocked, so it's going to be Dickinson and Cowan off to the races. And Cowan eventually tries to sling it across the front of the net. It's strung out pretty well by Hurtig. And another touch by Tallinn takes it away from Dickinson. As Canada was looking to do to Sweden what Sweden did to Canada late in the first.
New goalie for Canada is Carson Bjarnason, the native of Carberry, Manitoba, comes in, a Philadelphia second-round pick. He came on in relief against the Swiss, allowed 1 goal on 4 shots. So his second appearance in the pre-tournament. By Eklund. Drop back at the point. Bonk for Schaefer moving in. Centering pass, just missed Ritchie. Here's listed, that's the 25-man complement there. They'll make the changes. And 2 quick stops there by Bjarnason. The second one in tight on trap.
The post, the second one.
Better chance back in front. That pass misfired. Pinelli. National team breaks during the season as Ritchie sends that back in front. Cowan goes between the legs. That was blocked. Dropped there by Traff.
There he goes.
Here comes McKenna walking in. Shoots short side. Tallinn makes the stop. Flips that back to Catton. Drops it back. Dickinson in. Shoots. And Tallinn makes the save on that rocket. Drops it back across to Bonk. His pass head knocked down by Unger Storming. Comes Stenberger's shot and diving with Schaefer to get a stick on that. And the puck goes up and out. Now Luchenko bobbled it. In comes Nilsson, a shot. Save made by Bjarnason. Nilsson goes back at the point. Vilander, long shot, pad save. Bjarnason, the puck still loose, and Bjarnason finally squeezes it. Well, we talked about the Swedes and their success in the preliminary round, and then not so much beyond that. 20
and then just can't find a way at the end.
Stein moves it and shoots. Bouncing puck in front. Forsfjall reaching for it. It's thrown down by Gus as somebody finds Schaefer. Sends it back in front. Tallinn knocked that away. Bonk, a hard shot, hit a leg and bounced wide. Here's Ritchie back on it. Good pressure down by Canada against tired Swedish defenders. Cowan moves in. Bonk, another shot, scores! Oliver Bonk fires it. Deflected in front, and Canada's tied the game at 2. Another local kid does good.
It's relentless pressure and puck battles along the boards eventually get Canada with a one-timer opportunity for Bonk, but really good work. Ritchie hanging in there, battling hard, getting it to Cowan, kicks it back, and Tallinn just misses that one. Does that catch a piece of something?
It dips, but
that's a save. It's right in the middle of the net. Heavy shot. And the way that Canada was able to compress the zone. At that point, Bonk's not shooting from the blue line. He's 15 feet. He's almost at the top of the circle.
As well as Cowan digs that free. Cowan for Ritchie with a quick shot. And Tallinn makes the pad save. Molendijk on it. Tanner Molendijk for Ritchie. Feeds it back across. Just missed Cowan with that pass. The race for it now. Rakoff gets there along with Howe. In comes Carson Rakoff. Backhand shot. Tallinn makes the stop on that. He wins the face-off. Tap back to Cowan for Schaefer with a shot. He ripped it high.
That's what they wanted. Exactly what they wanted.
To draw it up. Here's Ritchie. Loose in the corner with it. Cal Ritchie down to Nadeau. Nadeau throws that back to Schaefer across. He goes. Long shot by Ritchie. Scores! Deflected past Tallinn, and Canada takes a 3-2 lead. Cal Ritchie with the tip. Now that maybe not what they drew up, but it worked.
Well, I mean, you get pucks to the net. Yeah, that's tough. It catches the back to Victor Eklund, like the jersey of Eklund.
Right.
But it all started with the face-off win, possession, and where you find space against Sweden is at the top of the offensive zone. And we've seen Cowan out there, a flex and kick on that release from Ritchie. He's out there, even though no one's around the front of the net just yet, and they get a fortunate break. To get control, to find space, you go to the top of the offensive zone, you get rewarded.
Centering pass brought in, another chance there. This time, Ritchie wins it back to Cowan. Works to the middle, Easton. Cowan, a shot, scores! Here's the way to defend a lead.
There's how you do it.
Add to it. And Easton Cowan's role continues.
Busted coverage here as Cowan walks across and no one is there to take him. Wielander from the wall doesn't want to chase across the top. Stenberg gets frozen with the shot fake, and Cowan's smart. He starts 5 feet off the hash mark, so Wielander can't put a stick on him right away, trusting his...
Now, Gauthier stick snap to that. Mullenweg hit the outside of the post. Now a centering pass goes back to Valette with a shot. That was blocked by Fitz. Back around by Eklund, and Canada will move on to its home at Canadian Tire Center for one more pre-tournament game on Monday, and then the start of the 2025 World Junior Championship on Boxing Day against the Finns. Final shots 44-24 in favor of Canada.